Welcome back, everyone, to Diamond Quality. Here, where we talk about not folding under the pressure of life and turning into that gem you were truly meant to be. Yes, baby. Some more what? Some more water? Whether you like it or not, like fucking this. Okay, now. It's a shame. Y'all don't see me move that quick. For lawyers, learn as you can do it. But again, I gotta treat them differently. Cause lawyer, you just be crying. Hold on. Lawyer, hold on. I'm back, you guys. So, what we're talking about is pretty much when the conscious mind is filtered through the brain, it pretty much serves to help us be more aware to protect ourselves. So it's those red flags that you get when, and everybody don't get the same red flags. You know what I'm saying? Some that may draw your attention may not draw the next person's attention, because we all got different red flags, because we all have our own inner child, our own subconscious, unconscious, false beliefs that was programmed to us as a child that we all have to work through. So our consciousness is just trying to bring our attention to it. And when you don't pay attention to it, you're not paying attention to yourself. Yourself trying to talk to you. Your higher self pretty much trying to give you information. So with me going through all this shit, I had to really accept, like, I did choose this reality. I did, because my higher self tried to send me so many signs. And I was looking past all of them. Like, all right, so when I was 19, right after high school, my mom killed her boyfriend in front of me. She stabbed him in the neck, and then she ran off. And I did not know what to do in that situation. I didn't know what to do in that situation. I didn't know what the fuck was going on in that situation, to be honest. Like, that's just the truth. And I didn't know how to process. My body didn't know how to process it. Like, after that, my body just shaked for days. That's all my mind saw. That's all I thought about. And I couldn't sleep. Like, that's what it was. And the person that I was with, I ended up getting pregnant by that person. And I had decided at that time in my life, like, I was going to have an abortion, because I was working at Cracker Barrel at that time. And I just also knew that was just not a setup that I was trying to bring my kid into, especially with what I was just going through. So I already sat down myself and talked to myself, like, this goes against what you believe. Me personally, because I come from a big family, a lot of kids, we love kids. So I love babies, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. So at that moment in time, I sat down myself, I talked to myself, and I'm like, it's not in alignment with who you are, but right now in this moment, if you're going to do it, this is the chance you do it, but you make sure you don't get pregnant again. So I put boundaries on myself, you know what I'm saying? I put boundaries in place for myself to make sure I didn't get back out of alignment with myself. So I waited. Like I said, I waited to have kids. And with me waiting, the universe still sent me plenty of signs to let me know that was not the person I need to have a child with, because with me waiting, I ended up having a miscarriage. And the universe talking to me. So having a miscarriage, trying to heal from that miscarriage, in the process of that is, when I saw that, it is important to feel your emotions out, because the person that I had kids with, that's the person I was trying to have kids with, he not want to express his emotions and feel his emotions through. So that was something that I knew that we just need to feel. And so we tried to do something to help us heal. But here in St. Louis, you know, when you go out, you can't go out, because when we went out, all cars got broken into, all the windows got broken into, and he just didn't handle it well. Like, he just started flipping out, driving crazy. And again, wasn't the first time that I experienced that with him, because the first car accident I ever got in my life was with him, and my leg got so fucked up, but I was being protected because nothing fucking broke, but I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. So that gave me anxiety. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the car and driving like that, I was having, like, my body started reacting, having anxiety. And I'm like, get me the fuck out this car. Like, I'm not about to die. So it's like, when you experience certain things in life, you supposed to experience it for a reason, because it's your higher self trying to tell you, pay attention to that, pay attention to that. If you don't pay attention to that, you're going to get hurt by that. Like, you don't want to just indulge in everything just because someone says it's okay, or they're bringing it to you. Just because they bring it to you don't mean you have to accept it. So I'm like, get me the fuck out of this car. And pretty much a lot of other shit happened in the midst of that, but the universe was showing me that was not the person I need to have a kid with. So of course, at the time going on, what I do, again, not even going against, I just wasn't conscious of what was trying to be received on my end. You know what I'm saying? Myself trying to talk to myself. So after that, end up getting pregnant, and I was like, I'm going through with it. And when I went through with it, that's when I ended up getting rid of my shit. I'm like, because I love family, I love love. So I'm like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. I want to create this little family thing. Didn't have my mother, and I feel like not having her was something that I needed to heal from, that I wasn't healing from, because we all want our parents present. So I was just trying to find love somewhere. And I had a fish named Florence, and he died. When I moved out of my loft, he died. And that's another sign. If we got animals, our animals gonna tell us. And they was telling me beforehand, because I got 2 dogs, y'all, 2 dogs. My 2 dogs, perfectly fine. But when I was in this relationship, they was getting sick. They was shitting and throwing up and blood, but this is also around like COVID time. So I'm thinking like my dogs are like getting like, the virus, because humans getting the virus and they're dying from it. So I'm like, maybe it's going through the dogs. So I didn't fucking know. But our animals tried to talk to us too. That's why, I love me the fucking birds. Like, they're just trying to communicate with us. So my fish died. I move out. I end up losing one of my dogs. Well, not losing him, but giving him away, because I ended up losing my father. And when I lost my father, Max ass, that's my dog, he was pissing everywhere. And I train my dogs. And everybody knows me and know my dogs, they listen, all right? Like, they not hopping up on the couch. They not, eating your food and, just being rude. Like, get your rude ass on. This is my plate, not yours, okay? Don't be trying to get no licks off of here. Like, my dogs don't do that. So, it was just like, when him pissing everywhere, and then I had just lost my father, I knew my emotions enough to know, like, I felt so angry. I'm like, I would throw this dog out the window. Like, that's how I felt, because I was like, I'm not cleaning up your piss. Like, what the fuck? I'm pregnant as hell. Like, I was like, no, I gotta find somebody to take Max, because I don't want to just lash out on him. So I ended up giving Max to an ex, and thank God they loved on him and tend to him while I couldn't, so I can end up getting my dog back. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, I wasn't seeing the signs that the universe was like showing me, like, you need to walk away. Don't do this. You know what I'm saying? I just kept going forward with it. So with me getting rid of my place and not working, I'm like, okay, so how am I going to provide for my daughter? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to bring a child here. How am I going to get stuff and do stuff for her? And this being like, don't worry about it. We're going to get everything. And the shit we go through in life, the struggles we go through in life early on is for a reason. And we are supposed to learn from that and then bring those tools into the new us that we're constantly learning and constantly growing to be. And I struggled back then and knew that I had to always make sure that I contend and take care of myself. So why did I go against what was in alignment with me, which is always making sure I could take care of myself and trust something that literally at that time the universe trying to tell me not to trust. So I chose to trust it, and I needed to, because I need to go through that process, because I needed to see the extent of what people would go to. Because even when I was just dating this person before I even had kids, I was being falsely accused of shit then. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit then. So it's like, of course that person's finna falsely accuse me of something now, because they was doing it then, and I accepted it then by not putting boundaries in place with conditions. I put boundaries in place, but not with conditions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't lift up on those boundaries unless you have conditions, because when you have those conditions, it clicks real quick. Like, okay, you saying fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you saying fuck me, I'm not finna let you say fuck me. So I'm gonna take myself out the situation. But if you don't put that shit in place, you're not gonna catch it every time if you're not conscious of someone saying fuck you. So 36 weeks pregnant, we ain't got nothing at where I'm staying at our apartment for our daughter. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm hearing about all the shit, but where's all the shit at? So now I'm starting to freak out. They calling me crazy, of course, and our feelings are valid. If anyone says you're crazy, you're stupid, you shouldn't feel that way, fuck them, fuck them. Your feelings are valid. If you're feeling a certain way, it's true. If someone loves you, they will love you enough to accept that you feel a certain type of way. Like, if someone loves you, they're not gonna tell you what you feeling ain't true. Like, that does not make sense. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? So I'm going crazy. I'm talking shit. And I'm like, they trying to take my daughter from me. And my mama, she ain't making no better because she already went through it. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like you're not seeing it within your own life, look at your parents' life. Look at where you came from, because that would give you some guidance on what's going on. And so I get shit from my daughter, and as I'm getting shit from my daughter, I feel better, I feel safer. But because I had these concerns and these feelings that came up, my mother was explaining to me how when I was a kid, shit that I did not remember, because my conscious mind blocked it out, but my subconscious and unconscious is trying to pop out and tell me this is what you need to pay attention to. So my conscious mind had to catch on to what my inner child was trying to tell me. This is what happened to you as a child. So if you don't want to repeat this to your child, heal your inner child, so you don't end up naturally just by programming hurting your own child. So she's telling me how she went through the courtship with my father and how my father's mother helped him take her to court. And because my mother was young and she did not have financial stability, she couldn't fight the court system. All right, I said that shit is not happening to me. So as I'm not having anything for my daughter here in the house, that's when I started flipping out and saying, they trying to take my daughter from me. They trying to take my daughter from me. And then lo and behold, the universe worked this magic and we end up separating. When we separated, bam, court shit happened quick, hit the fan quick. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I never wanted to do the court shit because personally it was done to me. So I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't like, because if he wasn't going to help with the kids, that's fine. I wasn't going to ask him to help. I was just going to figure it out and take care of my daughter myself. I was going to figure it out. And by him taking me to court, it actually opened my eyes up to, no, he needs to fucking help because that's his kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he took me to court, they made him pay child support. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to struggle I ain't got to struggle too hard to get back up on my feet. But at the same time, if you are having a kid and you bring a kid here, you need to help provide for that kid. So when we start this court stuff, I'm just paying attention to all the shit that's going on. Pretty much like, instead of someone addressing their own issues and putting boundaries in place and handling their own responsibility, they're just taking guidance from someone else, and that someone else may not be giving them the right guidance. So it's like, if you're not seeing that the person that's giving you guidance is steering you the wrong way, then you're causing your own suffering. You're causing your own pain. And that's when you have to step back and let other people face the responsibilities of their own actions. Because when face the responsibility of your own actions, you can't blame anyone. So I'm prepared. I had money saved up anyways and got served, get a lawyer, court on Monday. Okay, cool. Now, when I'm going through this process, I'm paying attention to it. I'm handing my daughter off the whole time to this being's mother, not him. So instead of me facing that reality, I was more resistant. So he was asking for more time, and I'm like, fuck no, because it's supposed to be your time, like your time. So a whole year went by, and literally a whole year went by with me literally giving my daughter to her, not him. And I was not budging on it. And when you are not allowing the universe to get your, I'm blocking my own blessings. You know what I'm saying? I want to allow myself to receive because I'm trying to control the situation so much. You know what I'm saying? But by me controlling it so long, that's why I'm grateful how I played out how I did. Shit hit the fan quick because soon I let up and the universe was happening. Yes, babe? Did it go off? Okay. Back at it. Soon I let up and I allowed myself to let go, let God. Then I was able to actually receive what the Lord was trying to tell me. And that's when shit hit the fan with the gun stuff. And then it repeated itself. You know what I'm saying? How falsely accused. And by me being falsely accused, it was a trigger in my head that you have to make that decision. Because if you don't make that, this person won't see the actions, what they're doing. If you don't create these boundaries, they won't see that they can't keep doing this to people. Or you just let them know, period, they can't do it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you let it be done to you, then I mean they will keep playing that game. And I was not about to play those type of games. So that's when I started paying attention to the conscious mind of like, okay, keep that person away. But at the same time, what's in alignment with me may not be in alignment with those people. So I am over here like, okay, a father should be a part of their kid's life because my father was a part of my life. So I'm still holding on to this belief of like, he still needs to be involved, even though he's showing me that he didn't really care to be involved because when it came to that time, who was present? Not that being, the being's mother. So I'm not saying this being didn't love his kids. I'm saying what was being shown, you got to accept what's being shown. So again, I'm steady trying to like, okay, involve this being into my beautiful kids' lives because that's what I believe. And the universe is showing me differently. So it's like, you gonna keep being blind to the signs? Like that's what was happening. I was just creating my own fucking suffering. And then once I let up and I was like, okay, and I even expressed this to this being. I said, if you don't act accordingly, you would end up just like that being that raised you, that's giving the guidance, because you're taking the guidance of someone that already got themselves in a situation, a sticky situation. If they got themselves in a sticky situation, why are you listening to that person? They're sitting down. They can't see the people that they want to see because they can't control their emotions, and they may fucking hurt us because they want to be so mad at you because you made that person feel a certain type of way. We didn't. So why are we getting the runt end of it? It ain't fucking fair. It's not fucking right. You get what I'm saying? So when I said that to that being, I guess they didn't take me serious. And they didn't take me serious, and I started paying attention. And that's when I started my meditation. I was sitting down, I was getting quiet. And that's what helped me each time be able to navigate the situation to where I was able to not feel ashamed of myself, feel like I was going against being a mother, going against protecting my kids. And I was actually able to find peace within again, because I feel like my peace was like snatched away from me. And then I was moving out of fear and anxiety. And then by me moving out of fear and anxiety, I was doing shit that I wouldn't do, like buy fucking guns and, putting cameras and shit up on my house. Like, what am I scared of? Because I'm not scared of anything. So once I started my spiritual journey again and I created these boundaries, got these people out of my life, well, to a point to where I'm comfortable. Because it ain't about just running away and getting people completely out your life. You know what I'm saying? It's about being able to coexist with people that may not be conscious of their actions. And that's how we love people unconditionally. You create those boundaries. You don't just say fuck you, because when you just completely say fuck you, then you're not giving any love out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you still give love out, but do it in boundaries, but do it in a way where hopefully that person is able to see their actions and learn from their actions, become conscious of what they're doing so they can stop doing it and create a different reality for themselves. But if they don't do it for themselves, we can't do it for them. So that's the miss of the gist, okay? Start within, have peace within, we have peace without. I love you guys. Please like, like, subscribe, and share. Repost. We're trying to get the word out. No more hate. Let's love on one another and be there for each other, because we shouldn't feel like we're alone. Like, let's make things better. Bye.